Okay, part 3, I'm sure you're just dying of suspense to see what happens at the end of this homework. Woohoo! Uh, number 15 through 21 is all about equations of circles. So let's remember that the standard form of a circle, the equation of the standard form is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equal to r squared, where hk is the center of the circle. So looking at number 15 here, I'm asked to write the equation of a circle with radius of 8 and a center at -3, 5. So I'm going to put in the value for -3 and 5 into my equation. X minus a -3 is the h, plus y minus 5 is the k, and the radius is 8, and I'll square it. I'm going to neaten this up a bit. This becomes x plus 3 squared plus y minus 5 squared equals 64. And there's the equation of the circle with a center at -3, 5 and a radius of 8. Number 16 says find the center and radius of the circle with this equation. I'm going to look at what's being done here with the x. I'm adding a 2, which means I must have subtracted a 2 for h. And when I look at y minus 4, I must have subtracted 4. Because remember, the standard equation is written as minus. So I'm going to take the opposite sign of the positive 2. It's going to be a minus 2, and the opposite sign of -4 will be positive 4. That's the center. Because if I put that into standard form, I will get x minus a -2 squared, and so that becomes positive, which is what we started with. So we're doing the opposite. There's the center, -2, 4, and the radius squared is 9. So if the radius squared is equal to 9, since that's the standard form of the equation, r squared, then r is equal to 3. So the center is at -2, 4, and the radius is 3, the square root of that. Okay, on the other side, we're asked to identify the center and radius of each and then sketch the graph. In this case, I'm going to rewrite the standard form again. Let's see, I'll put it here. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. When I look at the x, I notice that nothing is being added or subtracted to it. Nothing is 0. So the h here is 0. When I look at the y, I see that I am adding nothing to y. Nothing is 0, so the k is 0. So the center of this circle is at the origin of 0, 0, right there. Now the standard equation says this is equal to r squared. So 9 is equal to r squared, so that means r is equal to 3. So the radius is 3, the center is at 0, 0, and if I start at the center and just count up 1, 2, 3, there's a radius. 1, 2, 3, there's a radius of 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go where I can count accurately, 1, 2, 3, and then kind of sketch in the rest of the circle. And there's the circle with the equation x squared plus y squared equals 9. Number 18, I'll look at the x and notice that -1 is being subtracted, or a 1 is being subtracted. So my center is 1, and then here 3 is being subtracted. So the y coordinate of the center is 3. H is 1, K is 3, or X coordinate is 1, Y coordinate is 3. That's the center at 1, 1, 2, 3. There's my center. This is equal to r squared, so r is equal to the square root of it. So if r squared equals 16, the standard form tells us that that's r squared, then I take the square root of it, so r equals 4. And I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4 to sketch this up, and 1, 2, 3, 4 over, and 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left, and 1, 2, 3, 4 down. And sketch the circle. It's a little bit wobbly. But the radius is 4, and the center is at 1, 3. Number 19, use the information provided to write the equation of each circle. In order to write the equation of the circle, I need to know what the center is, and I need to know what the radius is. I'm going to rewrite again the standard form. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. If the center of this circle, it looks like it's right here, I can name that point. It's at negative 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, 1, 2, negative 4, 2. The center of the circle is at negative 4, 2. The radius of this circle is 1, 2. I can see from the distance from the center to the point on the side of the circle is 2. So the radius equals 2. Now I'll just put this center and this radius into the standard form of the equation. X minus a negative 4 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 2 squared. And then to neaten this up, x plus 4 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 4. Number 20 is a similar type problem. Here's the center of the circle. It's at negative 2, negative 4. The radius of this circle is 1, 2, 3. That's the distance from the center to a side, to the circle itself. So the radius is equal to 3. So now to write the equation, x minus a negative 2 squared plus y minus the negative 4 squared equals 3 squared. And then to simplify this, x plus 2 squared plus y plus 4 squared equals 9. The last problem is using the distance formula to find a radius. We're told that the center of the circle is at 10, 15, and a point on the circle is 6, 15. Looks like it's going to be up here. 6, 15. Here's the center. So this circle is the locus of all points equidistant from that center. All these points are the same distance from that center, and there's the point. If we find the distance between these 2 points, that will be our radius. Remember, to write the equation of the circle, we need the center and we need a radius. We know the center is 10, 15. That's given to us. Now we're going to find the radius. Now I can tell that the radius is going to be 4. Actually, let me see. This isn't accurate. This should be over here. I'm told I need an editor. That is true. It's going to be over here. 6, 15. I'm trying to be accurate with my drawing. I can tell 4. I'm going to prove it to you by using the distance formula. Okay, I definitely need to learn how to edit. Okay, so on number 21, the center is at 1015, and the radius is going to be the distance between the center and a point on the circle. 10 minus 6 squared plus 15 minus 15 squared. The radius is equal to the square root of 4 squared plus 0 squared, which is equal to the square root of 16, which is equal to 4. The radius is equal to 4. I'm going to put the radius and the center into the equation of the circle, the standard form equation. So I'm going to write x minus 10 squared plus y minus 15 squared equals 4 squared. There's not much to simplify here. I'll just rewrite this as x minus 10 squared plus y minus 15 squared equals 16. And there's the equation of the circle. Have a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon.